All right, everyone, I want to talk about where we can connect our band before we get started with our workout, because we're going to need to anchor it to somewhere so that we can pull from that anchored place. Most of you guys might wonder, where in our house can I connect this to? I don't have equipment and posts like we have here at the gym, so this is a great place to do it. Take your door, open it up, leave it partially cracked there, and these hinges are great places to put them. So you just stick it through the doorway. Occasionally you may have to walk around that doorway to get it, but if you let it go down far enough, you should be able to kind of grab it with your fingers, pull it through. Once you do, you connect it right there. And those doors have nice strong anchors on them to now be able to hold it. So here we can do PALLOFFs, we can bring it into our chest press, and I'll walk through those movements, but I wanted to show you where you can anchor it. Of course, you got a mid anchor and a lower anchor. You'll be using both of those throughout your workout. All right, friends, let's get started with a banded pull apart here. So we're going to grab the band right with our palms facing down. Let's bring those hands just about shoulder height, maybe even just slightly below. Pull that band apart, bring it towards the chest, bring it right back in. Let's make it controlled though, not too fast either direction. Pull apart, back in. If you're a beast and you feel strong, you can double it up. Woo, it's tight and tension. But we also have a progression to that, and that's where we can stand on the band, front raise it out in front, and then pull it apart. And then you start all the way back down towards the legs. So up and out. Now beginners, again, we're still right out in front here, pulling apart. Right there. All right, now the next move here, we're going to do a PALLOFF press. So you're going to grab a post. We'll show you here in just a second where you can attach it to a door frame, but we'll wrap it around the post, bring it through the loop, and then grab both hands on top here. We can do this standing, press and hold. What this does is it activates our core. We have to fight the rotation back towards the post. We're going to pull it out here. Make sure you can breathe through this time though, so breathing through your stomach, in and out. Concentrating on the breath while holding. All right, there's another way to do it where we are more concentrated on just the core itself, and that's to bring it down just slightly lower. Come onto both knees, press it out and hold. And that's quite a concentration. You do want to make sure that you're up on your toes though while doing this here, focusing it all in the core. To make that more challenging, you just come out further from the post. More distance, more resistance. So also while you're doing this, make sure you're hitting both sides. Real easy, just turn around, face the other direction, press it out. And back up to that higher position here. What we're going to do is a single arm chest press. So we're going to grab the loop through the hand right here, stand out. I like to stand in a little bit of a split stance. The wider you spread your feet, the more stability you get. The more narrow you bring them, the more you're going to have to work on your balance. Tighten up that core, rotate the body, and press it out in front of you. Right back and forward. We really want to fight against rotating our upper body, keeping it nice and straight, head forward. And of course, the further you stand out from the post, the more challenging we're going to make this. These bands can stretch really far, so don't worry about how much you're going to yank on them.
All right, this move is called a dead bug. So you can grab one of these bands here, and you can anchor it kind of down low. You can put it under a door on a sturdy chair or your couch. That works too. And you're going to come out so there's a little bit of tension on the band, flip on over, and a couple of options here. You can hold it straight up over you, just like this, arms nice and straight, lift your legs up, bring one knee in, extend, and then the other, ensuring that you're keeping your lower back nice and flat against the ground. That's very important. Engage that core, bring your knees, just like that. Or if that's too much, let go of the band dramatically and just do it like this. If you want a little something extra, bring that band back in, and do a little tiny sit-up with it. Hi-ya! One knee. What-cha! Oh yeah, that'll engage. So those are dead bug variations. All right, next we're going to go over some squats. So you can do a front squat, stand over the band, make sure it's not going to slide out from under your toes. You can have the band right here with your forearms nice and vertical, squatting down, and then driving back up. Make sure you're not letting the band pull you forward, trying to keep that core engaged. Boom, just like that. A little bit harder would be to squat and then press overhead with it. Ooh, that adds a little. Expand, superstar, and then bring it back down, just like that. If all of that's just a little bit too much, go without the band and do a nice squat. Down, and coming back up. Now for a little glute action, you can step through the band like we just did for your squats, and if you cross it, you'll add a little bit of tension here. And then if it's too much with this tension, you can of course, uncross it. But for you who want to latch, cross it just like this, nice big step sideways, and then bring your feet back in. I'm in a nice little squat position here, but notice I'm not bringing my knees all the way together, keeping tension on the band, side to side, elbows in nice and close. If that's not quite challenging enough for you, you can be more coordinated than that. Put the band like that, step through it, boom, bam, oh yeah. And then you're actually gonna walk with this one. So you heel, toe, going forward, get fancy with it, go backwards. Boom, bam, glutes all day.